Hey guys, welcome back. The title of the video is going to be, do you need 1,000 subscribers when you cross the 4,000 watch hours? Let's get into it. I was trying to Google this question for myself and for monetization. It's an odd question that I couldn't even get a clear answer on. And I even asked this question on a couple of live streams on some YouTube gurus, YouTubers who talk about YouTube, and they couldn't even really understand what I was talking about. Well, for me, I had an unusual situation that most content creators don't have. My situation is that I was coming close to reaching the 4,000 watch hours before I crossed the 1,000 subscriber mark. And what I was worried about was that would YouTube wait for me to get 1,000 subscribers and still hold me to the 4,000 watch hours requirement to be at the same time? Okay, it's an odd thing I had in my head, but maybe some other people out there have this same question in their head. Do you need the 1,000 subscribers before you can cross off the 4,000 watch hours? And the answer is no. Okay, it's an and statement when it comes from YouTube. I've looked in my analytics, and maybe I'll take a screenshot and show you guys. But you know how they show you the monetization, the 1,000 subscribers mark and the 4,000 watch hours, those little bars. The one for the 4,000 watch hours is gone. Okay, it is completely gone from my profile on the YouTube studio. And so now all I have left is the 1,000 hours. Okay, I was actually worried though that it would kind of reset the 4,000 watch hours because you got to have it within 365 days. I thought that they would only factor the 4,000 hours when you crossed the 1,000 subscriber mark. So I believe though, they're not going to bring back that 4,000 watch hours on my studio. I think it's just say, hey, if you hit it within 365 days, you make it. And now you don't have to worry about it. All you got to do is focus on your subscribers and you're good to go. These are kind of weird nuances that, people think of and they're worried about. At the end of the day, you really shouldn't be worried about monetization too much. But, it's a question. There's clarifications with all these different rules that YouTube has, or any platform for that matter. I'm sure TikTok and Facebook, they have their particular rules. But this one was just sort of an odd one I had in my brain where I thought, hey, I have to have 1,000 subscribers, or they just throw away your kind of hours that you don't meet until you hit the 1,000 subscribers. So it was just a weird thing I had in my head. Maybe a couple of you guys out there have that in your head. Because it's an odd situation, most people reach 1,000 subscribers to be able to get to 4,000 watch hours. But in my case, it was an odd video where it went viral, but I only got like 200, maybe 210 subscribers from. So this video got me a ton of watch hours, the one where I lost $28,000 in the stock market. And I think the hours now is up to 2.5 thousand hours, 2.6, so 2,600 hours. One video can almost get you there, but you may not be there with subscribers. And I'm still not, to be honest, which is still fine. I'm actually, I don't know, I'm kind of comfortable with it. I want to build a good organic base of subscribers. I'm getting like, I don't know, 25 a week, so maybe in, a month and a half, 2 months, 3 months, I'll get there, and then I'll have finally both those things crossed off. And it is what it is, I can get the AdSense, that's great and all. But it doesn't really change a whole lot. If you get monetized, the money's not going to be some, crazy amount that you're going to go buy a mansion in Florida. It's, it's the fact that you reached your goal, you reached monetization, you crossed off the 4,000 watch hours and the 1,000 subscribers. And you could say, hey, I'm a YouTuber, I'm an official YouTuber. And let's just keep going. Let's go. Then your next goal is what? It could be hours. The hours is where the money is made. I mean, that's where the ads are going to be. But it could be, I don't know. For me, after I reach 1,000 subscribers, my goals are going to be subscribers. period. I mean, to be honest, after posting for almost, I don't know, 180 days, I've posted every day in 2025. That's been my thing. I honestly don't look at the hours anymore. I don't look at them anymore. Sometimes I'll go back and I'll be like, oh wow, that video got 25 hours. Oh, that video got 50 hours. That's cool. You know, people are actually watching my content. So that's the important part about the hours, is that people are actually sticking around to watch your content. That's really what you should be concerned with, you know, after you get monetized, is okay, are people watching my content? What's the fall off? What's the average duration? That's the more important feature you really should be concerned about. I think from my perspective, my average duration right now is around like 3 minutes and 5 seconds, which I think is pretty decent. I've seen other channels say that they're monetized to say it was like a minute and something. So it varies from channel to channel, no doubt. But yeah, so just, you know, a tip for you is that don't worry about having the 1,000 subscribers. If you've crossed the 4,000 watch hours, you're done. You know, YouTube has said, hey, you're good. Move on, get your 1,000 subscribers, and we'll throw some ads on your videos. Or we'll have the YouTube premium members pay you a penny each video, or whatever it is. So hopefully this little tip helps you guys. You know, I know there's a lot of anxiety about a lot of these metrics that, you know, YouTube is going to put out there. When you first start getting in YouTube, you're like, you know, you're racing. Your mind is racing about how to meet all these requirements. But at the end of the day, don't stress about them. You know, stress about just producing good quality, clear content. You know, have your audio sounding good. Have your, you know, your face looking good with a nice blue sky behind you, or your studio, or whatever it is that you need to focus on to make a better experience. You know, even for me, I got my intro video, which I'm happy with, and that'll be in this video, obviously. And then, you know, I got to work on maybe getting a little bit of B-roll, taking more footage of things and kind of doing a couple little bit of B-roll. I know that's not my style though. You know, I got to be careful. I don't want to change the style up if people are vibing with me, because hey, if I get monetized with that style, I probably want to stick with it. So I'm probably not going to go the route of like a super creative, you know, director type of person. But, you know, there are little things here and there that you can improve after you get monetized to make the experience just a little bit better for your viewers, and it keeps them around a little bit longer. You'll get those hours that you want because you'll keep people engaged and keep people hooked and entertain and give guidance and wisdom and whatever it is that you do on your channel. You know, it could be anything. You know, there's lots of cool channels out there. I'm learning so much on YouTube these days that, you know, there's just so much great content, and hopefully you guys are grinding it out and you're getting your hours and you're being successful. So anyways, I'll stop rambling here. And yeah, if you guys like the content, like and subscribe if you could. Take a look at my previous video. And everyone, have a great day. Good luck out there. Thanks. Bye.